I have a question for you. Have you ever opened up your bank account, saw a charge, and immediately thought to yourself, where did that come from? Maybe it was your car registration, maybe it was an annual subscription, or even maybe it was a birthday that you forgot about. Maybe it was an insurance payment, or even maybe it was an electricity bill that was way higher than you really expected. You know how those utility bills do, right? You look at your budget and you think,
I just budgeted.
how could this have happened? Well, somebody commented and said, how do you handle surprise bills? I promise I go through and pull all the bills I have, and something still surprises me every month, every now and then. And I thought, this really isn't a question about surprise bills. This is a conversation about awareness. Because here's the truth. Most surprise bills aren't actually surprises. They're signs that our financial system actually has a leak. And today I want to talk about how to fix that. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Jasmine, aka Budget Treasures. And here on my channel, we believe in one thing: discipline today, freedom tomorrow. I'm currently rebuilding my finances, paying off debt, budgeting again, increasing my income, and I'm sharing my journey every step of the way in real time. Because I don't want to just teach budgeting. I want us to build financial systems that actually work. I've been talking a lot lately about my financial challenge, which is Know Your Numbers. And that challenge is all about awareness. Some people think it's just about tracking expenses, but it's bigger than that. Awareness means that you are telling yourself the truth, because you can't change what you refuse to see. If you're constantly surprised by bills, it's not a budgeting problem, it's an awareness problem. Think about it like this. If I asked you right now, how much are you paying in subscriptions? Would you be able to tell me? When is your car registration due? Now, I know this is different for different states, because you guys tell me all the time. Every time I tell you guys my car registration, you are like,
What? Oh my goodness, what?
I live in this state and my car registration is only due every other year, or it's only $25 every other year. But you know, if you live in California or another state where car registration is high, do you know when your car registration is due? Because it seems to be a surprise every single time somebody's car registration comes up and they're like, oh my God, I gotta pay $500-$600. Yeah, it's that much for us out here. How much do you spend every Christmas? How much do birthdays cost you every year? Can you answer? Some people can answer and some people just simply can't. And it's not because they're irresponsible, it's because sometimes we never slow down long enough to actually just look at it. Now, I want to be transparent even now. You know, here I will always be transparent. Sometimes a bill will catch me by surprise. It actually just happened on the last budget that I completed. And I know exactly why the bill surprised me. And it's because I became inconsistent. I stopped planning, I stopped budgeting, I stopped looking ahead, and I stopped preparing for my future self. And the thing is, whenever that happens, my budget just starts reacting. It starts going a little crazy. I have learned something about myself. When I am consistently budgeting, when I consistently review my finances, when I consistently look ahead, very little catches me off guard. But the moment I became inconsistent, life really started feeling pretty expensive. And I just have a question. Can anyone relate? So there are 4 types of surprise bills, believe it or not. The first one I would say would be true emergencies. And these true emergencies are things like car accidents, job loss, a medical bill that, you know, was really not planned for. These are really what emergency funds are for. The second surprise bill, or I would say surprise expense, would be forgotten bills. These are things that they're probably not a bill that you're paying monthly. These are probably like annual membership fees. For example, like Amazon Prime, your vehicle registration. We kind of already talked about that. Any annual subscriptions that you have. For example, if you're like me, this was a bill that I had consistently forgotten about earlier when I first actually received the thing, but it was an annual subscription to Clear because I travel. I was traveling a lot back then, and so I signed up for Clear and TSA PreCheck and all of these things, and I forgot that annually I was auto deducted my membership fee for Clear, and then it's I think it's like every 5 years for TSA PreCheck, and so I have forgotten about it, and they deducted out of those annual bills deducted out of my account. I was like, oh my goodness, what is this? And so there are times where we will forget about these annual bills that happen maybe once a year or once every other month, etc. And the thing is, these bills, they are not really surprises. What they are is an indication that we need a better system. If it happens every year, it shouldn't surprise you every year. Number 3, variable expenses. This is probably also a form of a surprise bill. And these are things like your utility bills, your gas, your electricity, your water bill, even something variable as groceries. You guys know how I budget, and I do not have a set amount for my variable expenses. And I also don't have my utility bills on auto pay because those are variable. However, I have a system to remind myself that those bills are due monthly. Even like, for example, my water bill, that is not due every month. That's due every other month. So I have to remind myself. I put in a system in place to make sure that I am paying that bill on time. So one of the things that I have done that helped me a lot was definitely including it in my system, but then also you can budget the exact amount once you receive the bill, or you can budget on the higher amount to leave kind of like that margin. And one of the things that I really love about utility bills is, at least the ones that I have, you can kind of go on to the website even before the bill is due. They'll kind of give you like an estimated amount of what your bill is going to be, because they kind of look at your trends, they look at the time of the year, and so you can still budget on the upward amount if you don't know exactly what the bill will be. The thing is, you want to give yourself breathing room. And then number 4, life. That is an unexpected bill, honey, okay? Because life happens. What do they say? Life be lifing. There's so many things. There are birthdays. I have to buy a birthday gift right now that I did not plan for. There are graduations. There are baby showers, weddings, etc. Oh, and let me not leave out, I don't want to say etc. on this one, especially if you have children. They have school, back to school items that you have to buy, which is like yearly, especially if they're like in grade school and they're not out of high school yet. Even if they're in college, there are certain things that you have to pay for that's not something that you do every year. However, it is something, I'm sorry, it's not something that you do every month, but it is something that you have a pretty big expense that you have to take care of every year. I mean, we have other things. We have holidays. I mean, this one just hit me recently as well, where I didn't budget for the 4th of July. Now, I didn't think I was going to spend any money on the 4th of July, but I had forgot that I was going to an event, and I know myself, and I'm not going to show up somewhere empty-handed. So because I know me, then I should have put that in the budget, but I acted as though it was a surprise, because on the day of, I was like, I can't go empty-handed. So it really wasn't a surprise. I wasn't budgeting for my reality, which is something that I talked about in my last video. And that's really just something that I had to do. I had to realize who I am and, just be aware and don't judge myself, and just know, hey, this is who you are, so go ahead and throw it in the budget. So this is what we need to do to fix these surprise bills and expenses that seem to come up and really just throw everything off financially. And this is why I believe that budgeting isn't just about numbers. It's about building systems. Instead of asking, how do I stop surprise bills? Instead, ask, what systems can I build so that fewer things surprise me? And here's what I recommend. Create an annual bill calendar. You guys know that I have a monthly bill calendar, but then I also have an annual bill calendar. And I check both of those calendars. Well, in the past I had two, and I would check both of the calendars every single month. However, now I have added those annual bills on my regular bill tracker. I just added them at the bottom so that they're all in one space. Another thing that you can do is review the next 3 months every single month, which is every quarter. So the beginning of the quarter, you review that upcoming quarter, and you already know something that, you already know that there's a birthday because that birthday happens every single year. You already know it's the holidays because that happens every single year. And then also you want to bump that up against your bill tracker as well, just in case you have an annual bill that will be upcoming within those next 3 months. This is something that is top tier. You want to build sinking funds as best you can. You want to save a little bit at a time for certain things that's going to be coming up that you have to handle financially. An example would be car registration. So for myself, I pay around $300 every single year for car registration. If I do not plan for it or save for it, I'm going to act like it's a surprise when it comes up. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I have to take $300 out of my money, my current money, in order to pay for this expense that I have to pay. So you can do you can take, for example, if you want to save for 6 months, you take $300, you divide it over 6 months, and then that's how much you're going to save every single month, so that it's not something that's going to hit your budget and really throw you off guard. You can take a year, you can take 2 months, you can take 3 months, however long you want to take to save a little bit over time for that big expense. Christmas is another one. At the beginning of the year, you could say, you know what, I'm going to give myself a $1,000 budget for Christmas. So I'm going to take $1,000. I'm going to divide it into 11, not 12, because once Christmas comes, or you may be someone who likes to shop on Black Friday, so then maybe you might want to take $1,000 and divide it into 10 so that you will have the money by the time the holidays come. Or I'm sorry, November. When is Black Friday? November? Yeah, so yes, but still 10. Yeah. So you want to do the work ahead of time. You want to plan for your future self, plan for your future expenses. I promise you, it will really decrease the amount of financial anxiety that you have when these things come up. You want to also keep a miscellaneous category, and this could just be a regular savings that you have. Maybe it's not your emergency savings. Maybe it is a rainy day savings, because some people really break up their savings and they may say, oh, emergency is only for the big things. That's for my 4 walls, and the 4 walls is housing, transportation, food, and utilities. That's what the emergency is for. But then the rainy day is for like the smaller things that may come up. So you want to keep a miscellaneous category, kind of like in your budget, and saving for that. And then of course, really just saving for that emergency fund, because you just never know. Hey, it happened to me, didn't think it was going to happen, and boom, my life got hit with a layoff. Things happen, unfortunately, and we have to plan for those things in the future. So building not only the rainy day fund, but the emergency fund as well. Those 5 things alone will completely change how you experience money. So I want to challenge you for the next 29 days or so. Don't judge yourself. Don't shame yourself. Just notice. Notice every dollar. Notice every habit. Notice every surprise. And ask yourself, why did this catch me off guard? Was it truly unexpected, or did I simply not prepare for it? Here's the thing, awareness isn't about perfection. Awareness is about paying attention. Because once you are aware, you can then build a plan. You can build a system. And once you begin building a plan, you create peace. Remember, discipline today, freedom tomorrow. So if this video helped you to think differently. So if this video helped you to think differently, give this video a thumbs up and please share it with someone who you think would really benefit from this information. And if you are not already subscribed, I encourage you to subscribe because we are rebuilding our finances one system at a time. Now, I want to hear from you. I need us to chat down in the comments. What is one expense that continues to surprise you over and over again? Talk to me. Talk to me. Let's talk about it in the comments so that we can figure out a system together. Until next time, bestie, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really hope that this video was very valuable for you. But like I said, discipline today, freedom tomorrow. I'll see you in the next video. Go be great, besties. Peace out.
You're special and she reckless. Remember, you're my bestest friend. Yeah, she my bestie. My love for you is endless. Nobody else can end it. And when I get the money back, then baby girl, you can spend it. And everything is alright. I like how you do it.